Alright guys, hope you're all doing well, hope you're all keeping safe. So today we've got another weekly vendor reset video. You guys seem to like these, so I'm going to continue to do them, although this one won't be as long as the last one, which I think was probably a bit too long. So we'll try and keep it as short as possible really, so you guys can just see exactly what you want to get. So base of operations, the first vendor here, we got the Grudge, which is the named SMG. It's actually a pretty good SMG. It's got rate of fire, crit chance as well. You'd probably want to roll SMG damage to the highest it could be, and this would be pretty good. Unfortunately, the main talent on this isn't overly great, but yeah, if you need the Grudge, it's here. We got the MP7 next. Pretty low rolls, not very good talent. G36C, again, low rolls, not a good talent really. Pistol as well, not a particularly good one. The first wave, PF45. We got Out Summit Backpack, Rainbow Roll, not good. China Lights Backpack with Mad Bomber and a Rainbow Roll, not good at all. Crit chance, a 4.3% mod. We got to the 8.6% health on a drone, that's not too bad. 5.9% skill haste on a turret. And then the sticky, we got 4.8% blast radius, again, pretty low. We'll move on to the next vendor. Alright, so we're now at the clan vendor. We got the Lightning Rod Pistol, which is the named pistol with perfect salvage. Killing a target has a plus 85% chance to refill the magazine. Not overly great pistol at all, to be honest. So if you need this named version, then get it, but it's not one I'm going to be picking up. Aces and Eights knee pads. Unfortunately, you're probably going to have to roll the blue attribute on this one, so it's not a particularly good piece. Striker's Battle Gear Backpack. If you do need the backpack, it may be worth picking this up. However, you're probably going to have to roll the attribute on this, the repair skills to damage, and then you're not going to be able to roll the core attribute, so it's probably not one worth picking up. Tip of the Spear with weapon damage and crit chance. We've got a military L86 with close and personal. It's not a particularly good roll on that one. We've got the Negev, again, it's got Breadbasket, which, you know, it doesn't really work with the Negev with LMGs, and it's quite low rolls on there as well. We've got a Roldy holster. Again, low rolls, although it's got 9.9% hazard protection on there. So if you do need that amount for your recal library, then it's probably worth picking up. We've got a Rainbow Roll piece of Walker and Harris mask there, not a good roll. We've got a max roll crit hit chance AUG. It's got headshot damage on there, and it's got SMG damage. It's also got fast hands, which is actually pretty good for SMGs and stuff. It really increases your DPS because of how quickly you can reload. So this isn't a bad piece at all, to be honest. Headshot damage is, you don't want that really. You probably want crit damage, but it is what it is. Sokolov Concern, knee pads, not a good roll. Alp Summit as well on the gloves, not a particularly good roll. 7.7% headshot damage mod, 10.4% skill haste mod. 6.3% skill haste on the Firefly or drone, whatever you want to call it. And then we got the Reviver Armor Repair, 8.7% there on the Hive. That's not actually too bad. So let's just move on to the next one. Alright, so we're now at the campus vendor. We got the Darkness, which is the high-end marksman rifle there. It's got Perfect Eyeless, which is deal plus 25% weapon damage to blinded enemies. And it's got not the greatest roll on it, to be honest, guys. But if you do need that named variant, then it's there for you. Classic M44 carbine, not a good talent, and very low marksman damage on there. Although damage to targets out of cover and headshot damage is not a bad roll for that piece at all. RPK, again, pretty low roll on that one, unfortunately. We've got a Gilligard mask with rainbows on it, so it's not particularly good. We've got Alp Summit holster here. It's got skill haste on there. It's quite low, but you could roll, you could roll the headshot damage away, and you'd have an alright piece there if you do need this holster, of course. 8.5% skill duration mod on that one. We've got 4.3% damage for the launcher there. 8.6% reviver armor repair on a Hive. Pulse, 8.6% radius. And then 4.1 second duration on trap there. Nothing really worth picking up from here, to be honest, guys. Alright, so we're now at the theatre vendor. We've got the Surge, which is the LVO-C, I probably said that, Lova C, high end. It's got rifle damage, crit damage, swap speed. It's actually not a bad rifle, this particular name version, when you're running it with a skill build, but this has got quite low rolls. But if you do need it, it's there for you. A military M870, low rolls on that one, to be honest, guys. The SIG 716 there, rifle, again, low rolls on that one as well, though it's not got a bad talent for a rifle. Golden Gear gloves, again, pretty low rolls on that one, to be honest, guys. It's not really worth them. We've also got some 511 tactical knee pads, very low rolls on that particular piece there. We've got 8.4% burn resistance for a mod there. We've got the +1 cluster mines, 4.3% shield health. We've also got 5.9% damage on Firefly there. And we've also got 6% health on Decoy there. But overall, there's not really anything worth picking up here. Maybe you'd pick up the Surge. You'd roll the rifle damage to maximum. But it's got swap speed, which is not particularly great attribute on this. But if you do need a rifle that's got perfect spike, and you're only going to get it from here, then this is one to pick up. Right, so we're now at DZ East vendor here. And let's see what we've got. We've got the Night Watcher, which is the Gilligard mask. It's got 100% scanner, pulse haste, repair skills. And then we've got a defensive mod slot there. You'd probably want to roll away the repair skills on that one. But yeah, this isn't a bad piece if you need it. To be honest, guys, it's the named Gilligard mask there. We've got SOCOM MK20. Fairly low rolls on that, although it's got Breadbasket, which isn't a bad talent for rifles or all marksman rifles. We've got the classic M60 with LMG damage, maximum roll LMG damage. So if you need that, it's there. It's got damage to targets out of cover, and it's got health damage. So it's not a particularly bad roll. It's a bit of a shame that the talent on it is not particularly useful when it comes to LMGs, really. We've got Striker's Battle Gear Mask, quite a low roll on that one. We've also got Ongoing Directive Holster, again, a fairly low roll there. Petrov Mask, almost a rainbow roll, kind of. Not a particularly good one, that one. We've got a Gilligard Holster, again, not the greatest roll. All of it seems to be pretty low there. We've got 10% Skill Haste Mod. That's a fairly low roll for a Skill Haste one. 5.7% Radius on the Chem Launcher. Again, not great. 4.1% damage on a Hive. 14.9% health on Pulse. And we've also got the 4.1% duration there on this one, on the trap there. So, unfortunately, nothing great from this particular vendor. The only things that you may worth considering is the classic M60 with the full LMG damage. If you don't have it already, maybe you can use it for the Recal Library. Or you want the named Night Watcher Gilligard Mask, which is there to pick up. Let's move on. We're now at DZ South vendor. Let's check this one out. I don't know where I'm going here, so let's move over. Here we've got the 0Fs, which is the Badger Tough named piece with Perfectly Unbreakable. I actually need this, and I'm going to have to try and get it. As you can see from my last two videos, I said I'd go into the Dark Zone. I simply have no... I just don't want to go in there, but I may have to go in there for this piece. Although the roll is very low, it's not got... The armor roll is not particularly... I mean, it's low. Armor regeneration is low. Skill haste is very low, and it's also got a red mod slot. So it's not the best piece, but I don't have it, so I may have to pick it up. If you do want the 0Fs, it's here for you guys. We've got a P90. Not a particularly great roll on that particular piece there. You don't really want magazine size on a P90, I don't believe. It's just already got a fairly good magazine size anyway. Moving on, we've got the Black Market AKM. It's got 9% damage to targets out of cover. It's not got a particularly good talent to go with an assault rifle. Not a particularly good pickup. We've got the D50 pistol. Not great on that one. We've got a Tip of the Spear backpack. Yeah, not overly good. Again, it's not particularly high rolls here. So we've got a hardwired chest piece. Again, not particularly high rolled. But if you do need these pieces, they're obviously there for you. We've got the Petrol Defense backpack. Not a great roll. It's a rainbow roll for you. We've got the Wyvern Wear on the chest piece. It does have tamper proof, which isn't a bad kind of talent when it comes to skill builds. But I mean, you could use this, but you know, it's not the greatest roll ever. 7% headshot damage mod, 6.4% duration for a drone, 6.1 duration on a turret, and 4% burn duration on the sticky here. So yeah, let's move over to the next one. The only thing worth really picking up, and that's if you're collecting named items, is the 0Fs. All right, so we're now at the DZ West vendor. And let's see what we've got this week. We've got the Death Grips, which is the 511 tactical gloves. Again, I don't actually have these, so I may have to pick these up. They've got 5% armor percentage on kill, which, you know, is pretty good. It's got low armor and it's got low repair skills. But again, if you need them, they are here for you. So I may have to try and get those as well, if possible. If I can force myself into the Dark Zone. We've got custom M870 MCS, which, you know, not a great roll because the talent's pretty useless on it. Lightweight M4, not a bad roll on this one. It's got rifle damage, it's got crit damage, it's also got in sync, which works well with a skill build, and it's got magazine size, which you'd rather roll that away, but you know, not a bad piece at all. Foundry Bulwark gloves, low roll on that one. We've got True Patriot knee pads, again, another pretty low roll on those. We've got the Yao Gear gloves. I know a lot, you don't get Yao Gear, you can only get from the Dark Zone, I believe. It's quite hard to come by because most people don't go in the Dark Zone. But this is one way of getting it. This is a very low roll though. Douglas Harding, knee pads, rainbow roll there, not a good one. 8.6% bleed resistance mod, 5.9% healing mine mod. We've got the active regeneration for the shield, 4.1%. We've got 5.9% damage there on the Firefly. And we've also got the 6% health on the decoy. Let's move on to the onto New York, I believe, is next. All right, so the last two vendors here in New York. So the first one, we've got a MP5A2, a max crit chance, but it's got eyeless on there. The optimal range attribute is very, very low, and you don't really need optimal range on an SMG, so not a great pickup for that one, unless you need, max roll crit chance for your recal library. We've got an M60 with close and personal, which doesn't really work with LMGs that well, but it has got rate of fire, it's got damage to targets out of cover, and it's got LMG damage, so that's not a bad roll at all. So you could roll the LMG to max and use close and personal, but that's not really where the M60 is in its element there. We've got the Tactical Super 90 SBS, it's got in-sync, not a great roll on that one. We've got the Snubnose Disarus, again not a particularly good roll on that pistol there. Douglas and Harding backpack, red, yellow, yellow, red, not great on that one, and all of it's pretty low there. We've also got a Golden Gear knee pads, rainbow roll, Badger Tough mask, again not a particularly good roll on that one either. It's got blue, red, red, red. I mean, it could work, but not really. 9.9% skill haste mod, 4.5% crit chance mod. Both of those are pretty low. 4.1% active regeneration shield, 4.1% duration on the cam launcher there, and we've also got 4% burn duration on the launcher there. We got, what's it called? I never remember what this is called, but basically that's it. The sticky bomb. Moving on to the last vendor. So last vendor now. Let's see what we've got here. We've got the MK16 close and personal. Yeah, this is useless. Custom M44, very low headshot damage, and that's because the marksman rifle damage is quite high. That's probably the lowest end you can get. Got fast hands, not really going to work. 1886 with crit damage, health damage, very low rolled rifle damage, and vindictive. Again, that's not really going to work, that piece, to be honest. We've got a military M9, not a great roll on that handgun there. We've got the Providence backpack with overclock, which again is not really going to work with this piece. It's got max skill haste, so if you do need that on your backpack for your recal library, then this is here for you, but this isn't going to work either. We've got a rainbow roll Badger Tough gloves. We've got a max roll Petrov piece with weapon damage is 15%. We've got very low health and very low weapon handling though. We then got headshot damage at 7.4% mod, 8.6% skill duration, 5% damage reduction on this on this drone, 5.9% blind effect duration on the Firefly there, and we got 6% health on the decoy. Question, guys, before we finish this video. Has there ever been a max roll mod in a vendor before? Just let me know in the comments if you've seen one, because I don't think I've ever seen one. Also, it's very, very rare that you ever see any kind of rolls that are really high across the board. I don't think I've ever seen a god roll in a vendor either. Just food for thought. Maybe that's something that needs to kind of be thought about when they do changes and stuff, because at the moment it's just not possible to get them. I've never seen them, and I'd like to get your feedback. But anyway, thanks very much for watching this video. Thanks for all your support, especially if you stuck around to the end. Really, really appreciate it. And until tomorrow's video, where we'll have State of the Game recap, Epic out.